Thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. All yours. All done?
Might need some help tidying up.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
I went up to give some greens.
Thanks to Sid.
Harpocrates.
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories, before the Dragoons tamed...
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Harpocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
What do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are
Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were so much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia. Now, where's Jill?
Keep them pilchers nice and chilled.
Are those Pepio nuts? Can have a
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished. They sell everything here at the market. Finding garlic and Pepio nuts won't take long.
Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin in them. Fresh cuts! Come and get them before...
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. I trust it's all here. Ah, yes.
There's talk at the glass.
Do you see anything you like? An excellent choice. You've a keen eye. I'll be here if you need me.
What do you want? Go on, take it.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now, all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while? Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we best be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Tarja. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the Moondew. How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the Moondew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice, just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the Moondew are ready, It will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other, followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates. Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
Thanks to Sid.
Mid hasn't been her usual self lately.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat, a coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off, my gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck. them I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
All right, Clive. Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the Twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to...
I might still be able to catch her.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in and all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. Not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go? With them? Oh, thanks, Nan!
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot! There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Oh, okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
We need to find a way into Drake's Tail. And we will.
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Ah, my favorite pupil. Allow me to educate you. Here you are. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Sid.
That's...
Well, I've probably...
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Just to...
Props, but not if you...
think Mid might need some help tidying up.
I don't know where Sid gets the energy. He cracked the crystal too.
Trouble with the ledgers. What could be wrong with talk? Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case. Blackthorn.
Not really.
This won't take. I just wanted to ask how you're getting. You might still be doubting your craft. Even up, perhaps sharing a thought.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye out. He's just, well...
And that was?
A sword. The metalist, you could...
So,
that.
Shut up.
But,
I got your note. You think something?
See, but you didn't like me not being...
No. Is that it, boy?
What was it you said he was?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that...
I suppose things happen, differences. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want?
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn.
Running up.
I suppose
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that which made it nice, and
Can you tell me who?
You think I suppose you're fine. Lordy, and he's got reckon.
Thank
you.
Oh. Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal.
He isn't.
I don't think she's...
And if... It may well be that Frost has had them good.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
That's why I'm here.
Otto. A little. And sadly, I can straight. I'm gonna
be late.
There you are. What a surprise.
So, and you get the map. What?
Oh, eat that.
Do we have that much to hand?
No, I've this.
Or is it rocks?
Rock. I know.
I know.
Go. Do you know what?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed.
Because.
Well.
Don't worry. No. How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
I take it Drake's Fang was your doing, Sif. You really are quite the outlaw. It's only a matter of time before...
My reputation will be ruined.
Calm yourself, Lord Ignat.
Pardon the intrusion.
Out! I paid for these rooms, so I...
Please, allow me, His Lordship.
Ready!
Very good. Would you mind?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. He has been dispossessed of his luck.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among a single-edged sword.
Ah.
Then I'll retrieve...
You have but
want an audit.
A condition
I don't suppose... Let's go. Run like the wind.
got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems... all right.
What? If what? It and eat this. But it and why take the and. Pardon. I Too many to can. Well, ready. I think his lordship is rather coming.
Trust Uncle Bart now.
Clive.
Oh, what did it?
A stuff is in bit
Some
back props and
is
I and that.
Ready, girl? Run like the wind. stay quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it seemed like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Now, will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question, which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? You do know Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back.
There's talk at the glass. How the hell is anyone supposed to...
Did you hear? The gates to heaven.
I want to see you.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and oil of talc?
Maleki?
Oh, my.
Otto asked us, and
Oh, I tell them my...
you... And...
Long ago, and blame... I don't know how this then...
Gob will want to know the stones were delivered, if he's still with us. That'll do, girl. Here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
Garuda! Titan!
Not good. Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. I should... This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. The wine needs more than this. The fish itself.
that the thing Tomes helped him with?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Goes. Select.
Oh, but just carry on. Fancy a look at the list, do you? Anything catch your eye?
We need to find a way into Drake's tail.
Is that the thing Tomes helped him with?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
I think Mid might need some help.
All right there, Sid? That's the... You're right. There we...
There.
Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours?
What?
Well, we happen to have thought we might use it. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to...
Well...
That's the spirit! Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels...
Right?
Thank you.
Nona, for support.
Wish I could take one of our birds.
I've got a few more things to pack before I leave. I'll meet you.
Lady Karen, go tell... Would you prefer that...
Mod Tech, I may, but those were...
Of course not. Surely you wouldn't...
Oh, fine. Where'd you... I can't... Might be out now, you won't...
No.
I hear you ended up... Thanks to this lot or something.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. It was the only goblet Sid ever used.
And you said...
Before he died, back it was Quimper. That was the man. I wanted them. And luckily, him and it threw on you. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Mid told me she was building a ship. I don't know where Sid gets the energy.
I noticed you. So, that'll teach me for treating you. All right, now we know what you're after. I can see about.
Speaking of which, I brought one.
You can, aye. I'm nice like that. In return.
Were you able to...
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed at...
Very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way.
Do you recall our conversation concerning...
About how she somehow...
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. The Fenrir of legend served Shiva, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torg...
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one Icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Sid. In short, the Icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse, and that number has only grown as the realms. One can but speculate as to how...
He has seemed more...
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to...
Is it business or pleasure? Go on then. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. I reckon I can find a buyer. You got out else? I reckon I can find a buyer. You got out else? I reckon I can find a buyer. I'll be thankful you got that much. You got out else? Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Sorry for the... but hopefully...
You learned something.
I did, but...
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on it. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter...
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse break?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a... But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly. And that... no point trying to copy that thing. Be about finishing out and what's fine just...
Oh, I'm sure the curse break just...
I'll be working... Hey, I owe you. You can...
All right.
What do you need? So, what'll it be? No scratches, all right? That it? Fine.
the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.